in 2008, President Obama was the darling of Wall Street, but 4 years of being called fat cats, it's taken a little bit of a toll. Take a look at the fundraising totals now. Last time, Goldman Sachs employees, for example, gave Obama's campaign more than $1 million. This time, he has collected just a tiny fraction of that, $137,000. That's compared to Mitt Romney's $941,000 from Goldman Sachs employees. So why the switch, and does it even matter? To hear from both sides, I'm joined by Democratic strategist Ryan Clayton and Republican strategist Justin Safey. Guys, thanks so much for joining us. Justin, I'll start with you. Why do you think there's been the switch?
Well, look, this switch is not like the switch of many others in the past, like Goldman Sachs and others who've supported Democrats in the past, who supported President Obama. But basically, after 4 years of an inability to get the economy moving again, to get the unemployment rate as low as it should be, and to get America moving again, I think you're seeing a lot of people, not just folks on Wall Street, but all across the board, saying, I voted for Barack Obama in 2008, but this time it's time to do something different.
Ryan, you think it's economic, not personal?
Well, yeah, I mean, look, the big bad banks on Wall Street are looking for a return on their investment. And the reason that Wall Street supports the Romney-Ryan plan for the economy is because it would shower the world's wealthiest individuals with trickle-down tax cuts and more costly corporate loopholes.
No trickle-down government?
Yeah, well, this is just another version of that radical right-wing social experiment known as trickle-down economics, which has proved to be a complete failure. There's just no supply-side solution to our current situation. We need a demand-side solution. We need Americans with jobs, and businesses need customers with money in their pockets ready to spend it. That's the only thing that's going to kickstart our economy.
Justin, Mitt Romney has already said that he is not going to repeal Dodd-Frank, whether you believe it or not. I mean, he's already said that he's not going to make it easier for banks, and some have even posited that banks feel betrayed. They've given him this money, and now he's going to pull the bait and switch. What do you think? Whose friend do you think he really is?
Well, look, I think Governor Romney said it very well in the debate last night, in which he did very well against President Obama. He said, look, there are things that we need regulation on. And I think that that's something that he needs to say more often. Obviously, Republicans believe in a more of a free market system, that there can be trickle-down government that suppresses and oppresses the free private enterprise system that's made America the biggest wealth-creating machine in the course of human history. But at the same time, I think Governor Romney said it well, that there does need to be regulation, and I think that that's what he's going to do if he gets elected.
Ryan, you want to respond to that?
Well, look, Mitt Romney is hedging his bets and trying to pull into the middle so that he can win an election. But we all know, looking at Mitt Romney's donors for his presidential campaign, that he is bought and sold by the big bad banks on Wall Street who crashed our economy.
So would you say that about President Obama last time around? Because if you look at the totals, he got even more money last time around. So was President Obama bought and sold by the big bad guys on Wall Street in the last election?
Well, many of the folks in the financial sector supported President Obama's historic run for the presidency, but this time around it's more about return on investment, and they're supporting Mitt Romney. These are the people that crashed our economy. They got bailed out, and they're still recklessly gambling with America's future, and Mitt Romney's just Mr. 1%. Everybody knows whose side he's on. He made his millions shutting down factories and shipping jobs overseas.
Actually, you don't make any money when you shut down factories. That's like the biggest misconception about private equity. When you invest in a business and it goes out of business, you lose your investment. I don't know how everybody misses that. Justin, let me ask you.
Apparently it's a lot cheaper to hire people in China working for pennies on the dollar. And that's probably why he shipped jobs overseas.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have taken that bait. We've got to keep it on topic here. Justin, do you think that, does the Obama campaign care about losing this money when they are getting so much from Hollywood? I mean, after all, it's only $1 million. Who cares?
Well, that's a great point. I was going to make the same point. Look, the campaigns, President Obama raised over $100 million. Both campaigns raised over $100 million per month the last 3 or 4 months. So, $1 million from one particular industry is a drop in the bucket for these campaigns when they're going to probably raise over, hundreds of millions, maybe close to $1 billion. So it's really not that much.
Ryan, I'll give you the last word. Is it a lot of money? It's only $1 million. Who cares?
There's a ton of money flooding into our electoral system, and we're supposed to have a government of, for, and by the people, not bought and sold by big banks on Wall Street. And really, this gets at the heart of Citizens United and how we need to fundamentally remake our democracy and make sure, just like there's a separation of church and state, there needs to be a separation of corporation and state in this country so that we have democracy and we have capitalism.
Okay, guys, we're going to leave it there. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
So what do you get when you combine booze and bullfighting?